I normally get the question, how many tilapia fish, yeah, how many tilapia fish, these fish, can I actually keep in 55-gallon drum? You all know that I keep 55-gallon drum um, at the back of my yard with fish in it, right? Um, by next year this time, I won't be having these. Um, they'll be taken out of operation. All of this will be gone. So my backyard will look plain. If you want to know what I'm speaking about, um, subscribe to my channel. You'll see an evolution of fish keeping in Jamaica. Alright? A whole lot of change coming in next year. Stay tuned. Tilapia fingerlings, probably a little smaller than these or probably a little larger than these, do look really cool in 55-gallon drum. I've seen several videos and several um, pictures with persons actually keeping tilapia fingerlings um, in 55-gallon drum cut, right? Okay, don't move. Let me share something with you. All right, so this is it. 55-gallon drum no longer becomes 55-gallon drum once you cut it. So it becomes like probably about 45 or 50-gallon drum. Right? Now, a tilapia, let's say the size of these, might look hospitable in a 55-gallon drum, right? These are an average 4 inches, some I think 2 or 3 is about near 4.5, 5, right? But I would say 4.5, right, from tail to mouth, right? Really look hospitable within the 55-gallon drum cut. All right, this is the thing. Tilapia both in the wild and being farmed can grow large just like an Oscar, right? And that means they can get up to 15, 16 or even 18 inches in length. So if you can actually see them, but I have two large Oscar fish in this space. The average probably about 14, 15 inches. Two Oscars alone in this 1,000-liter container, right? And to me, I think that they need more space. This is about 270 gallon, right? And they fight more often than the other. They normally fight even more whenever I'm cleaning and I've actually have to move them into small space like the pond in which I share with you by this space. And this is a 40-gallon in-ground pond, right? Filter everything, right? Water movements and all that. But whenever the Oscar, which is 14, 15 inches in length, do two fish, only two fish in this space, they always fight. Whenever they are in the 1,000-liter tote, they still fight, right? Imagine these tilapia growing large, having, let's say you're trying and you're trying to have 3 or 4 in a 5-gallon drum cut. Now, I foresee a problem. One, if you're gonna keep a tilapia in spaces like these, you're gonna need aeration. I mean, real aeration. The plants won't do. If you plan to have them as food fish, right? And you can't keep more than probably about one in each space, and that is grand waste of time. After they pass 2 inches, 3 inches, the most, 3.5 the most, right? They need larger space, right? So they need larger space, and I shared this already with you guys in my tilapia classroom vlog, volume 1 to I think it's 14 or 13, one out of the two. I shared all of that with you, right? Now, to me, this 1,000-liter tote 270 gallon is too small for these tilapia. I have probably about 2,000 in here, right? But why I still stick with this space is because it is heavily filtered. This is where I do my aquaponics, right? So circulation, water movement is regular within this space. I could not keep so much tilapia in this 1,000 liter tote if I only had plants, right? If I only had plants, I could not keep so many tilapia. So I could not keep the tilapia in which I'm sharing with you now. These, right? I could not keep these for any time soon, right? I would have fish dying within probably about 10 days, right? Because the space, lack of oxygen, all the works, they would have actually died because of suffocation, lack of oxygen. Plus, you're going to have the issue when it's green water, so they're going to be fighting for oxygen with the plankton tanks, and you're going to have issues, right? So, in an effort to avoid all that, heavy filtration is placed within that space. Now, I intend to place, probably the next few videos you will see, I'm going to be placing a pump within this space. So the ones that I am sharing with you as broodstock, will be placed back into the normal space, the container without the I call it now, the ring around it, right? And the fish, the tilapia fingerlings that is presently in the in this tote will actually be moved, will be shifted from here to here. So they will be because they are getting larger, and they are 150 or 151, I'm not sure, right? In numbers, that means they are larger in volume, right? So I'm gonna have to move them to here, place the pump here, and put probably about 4 or 5 of them. I'm gonna have to section them properly here as broodstock. So I'm gonna change over my entire broodstock, and so a lot of things are gonna be changed as a result of me noticing that they are getting larger. So therefore, I do not want them to sacrifice their growth for health, because that's what they do when the water is not really good, not being aerated properly. You find that they end up with stunted growth, and whilst I still have fish, but the time and the period in which it would take for them to actually grow as how they should is actually limited. So I will end up with some small fish as food fish, right? So that's where I'm at right now. This space is going to be covered with zinc, and water is going to stay there probably about next 2-3 days. I'm going to place back these over here and do some little shifting, and fish should be good again. Thank you for this attention that you have given me to watch the video up until this point. I appreciate it, guys. Peace out. Catch you next time. Bye bye. Peace out.